Hot topic for content creators. This is where I pitch a hot topic to you guys. You guys turn around, create your own content on said topic. For this one, I do have a comment that was left during the week, which would fall under indie author Folly. So, indie author Folly, what is this prompt for this hot topic? The prompt for this hot topic for indie author Folly is just simply looking for the business practices, the marketing strategies, or just the general public relations that you've witnessed within the indie scene that have made you cringe. Let's see what we got. All right, Ben Pick from Running to Write. So Ben writes, this is a tricky subject. I tend to stop following people who promote themselves too much, even if they include a disclaimer about how they are not an absolute authority of information. There are a lot of channels that I no longer watch because they mention their books or services in every episode. This can work if the person is doing a specific topic that is related to their book, or if they are promoting something new for few episodes. This is a nebulous line, but once crossed, it is hard to go back. So kind of met Ben kind of sharing his 2 cents on that one. I appreciate the comment, Ben. I do have something to say about that. And I did write something down here. I kind of just, and I'll ad lib as I go along. So I will say that, at the end of the day, let me start off by just saying, at the end of the day, every individual should be minding their own business, as their business is their responsibility and no one else's. Okay. So I can't, so right out the gates, I will say that I can't fault an indie creator for getting their hustle on, so to speak, because let's face it, it's hard out here for a pimp. All right. Especially if you're indie, you don't have a full marketing team backing you. You don't have advertisers. You may not have a huge marketing budget. So social media might be your only outlet for, getting your work out there. So every time you upload some content or something like that, that could be a new opportunity to kind of plug something that you've already published before, because you never know who might come across your videos, and every single set of eyeballs counts when you start getting into, the underground scene, because, it could just be a word of mouth. It could only take one person to learn about something that you've done and just give you that chance. And that could be your new, biggest fan, so to speak. You know what I mean? I hate using that term. I really do, especially for the indie scene, because a lot of us are just peers out here. You'll find a lot of the people who are involved in the indie scene are artists themselves. So I like to consider people peers for the most part. Yeah, there are readers out there, but anytime you could come across a reader, someone who's just a reader out there, and they check out your work, hey, get in where you fit in as far as that goes. Now, on the other hand, I'm not throwing you under the bus, Ben. On the other hand, I will say that no one is entitled to your time, money, or attention. Okay? Whether that be in the short term or ongoing. Okay? Nobody is entitled to your attention. Okay? There's like this weird thing. It's a weird time to be alive. Not just for indie, but mainstream, just for art in general, art and media in general. It's a weird time to be alive, mostly because of the elephant in the room. And you already know where I'm going with this. Social media. That's right. Social media. It's artists having a direct line of connection with their fans now. It's almost like there's this weird quasi like political type of shit that gets wrapped up in media now and in the art world. It's kind of cringe. It can be cringe quite a bit, because it's like, for some of these people, it's like, I question, I honestly do. And on a daily, you can definitely see that there are people out here that I feel like they're not so much in it for the work. They're not in it for the art itself. They're kind of just in it to for the politics that often now get wrapped up in it. Now that artists have a direct line of connection with their fans, they can kind of create their own platforms. Artists are developing their own platforms. Now, I don't have anything against artists building up their own platforms for their brand, whether it be for their brand name, their works, what have you. Do what you got to do for your hustle, as far as that goes, or just to get your name out there and make people aware of your art. But but there's almost like also this weird politicking, like this weird, like almost like rabble rousing. It's almost as if people are more interested in pledging their allegiance to a creator, to like a specific creator or artist. Can you imagine that? So strange. That's weird to me. It takes it from a parasocial thing to like this whole nother galaxy of cringe, where it's like these people are practically pledging their allegiance as if these artists were like politicians or something like that, bureaucrats, and they're running for office. That's our guy. That's our guy. We got to back our guy no matter what. Fuck the work. Have you read the book? No. I've heard good things about it. I haven't read it. No, I haven't read it. But that's our guy. He stands for our politics. He's speaking our language. Which is fucking weird to me. That is weird behavior to me. Because this is supposed to be a creative space. This is supposed to be a place. The creative sphere is supposed to be a place for the arts and entertainments. It's a place for creators to come together, artists to come together and show off their works. Keyword, the works. That is supposed to be, in my opinion, that is supposed to be the focal point of the conversations, of the discussions. But because of social media and all its little tendrils that it has, like where it kind of seeps into people's personal lives. Oh, did you hear what so-and-so did? Oh, did you hear what so-and-so said about so-and-so? Ooh. The tea time, the drama. Sometimes it's just baked up, faked up, made up drama. It's not even real drama. People latch onto that shit, and they're more interested in the politics and the social dynamics surrounding the artists that are in the creative scene than focusing on the actual work that's being created. There's no culture if there isn't people actually talking about the works themselves. And I would like to see more people start focusing on the work more and less on the politics surrounding the artists themselves. That's how we got into this woke culture, cancel culture nonsense in the beginning. Started with the SJWs. The SJWs sticking their beaks in the affairs of creative people. That's not what the indie scene is about. There's no gatekeepers here. But I feel like you really got to question your intentions. Are you buying a fucking product literally because that's your guy and he supports your politics? So ergo, you must automatically buy product just because? Can you not connect the dots and see how somebody could easily fucking play you for a fool and, play you like a fiddle and manipulate you? pretend to be, oh, I'm about this. These are my principles. These are my principles. These are my values that I stand by. These are my values. This is what I'm about. Don't tread on me. And then you're like, oh, hell yeah. That's my guy. Yeehaw! We got to support. Let's buy his product. Buy. Come on, guys. Anyone can fake the funk as far as that goes. It doesn't take a genius. But apparently it takes a genius to be able to look through the thin fucking veneer of the marketing tactics. Like, here's a little exercise for you. Maybe look at like the last 3 to 4, 5 indie projects that you supported and you decided to buy a product on your own free will from the independent market. Now look at the last 3 to 4, maybe 5 projects that you did that for and ask yourself, why did you make that purchase? Why? And that's a rhetorical question. Now you don't have to leave that in the comments. It's a personal thing. I want you to reflect. Why did you make that purchase? Were you just supporting a friend? Did you want to support your guy? That's our guy. He needs our vote. We need to vote with our dollars. As if they are a politician and they're running for office, even though that has nothing to do with office and it has nothing to do with legislation or anything like that, as if you're voting for a politician that's going to enact bills and policies that are literally going to affect your personal life. That's how some of these consumers are talking about, whether it be indie creators or mainstream creators. That's our guy. We need to buy our guy, as if that's helping them win a culture war. That I'm now in the point where it's like, is there really a war, or is it just this faked up, caked up, made up kind of LARPing going on at the end of the day, where it's like, guys, what exactly are you fighting for specifically? And how are you going to accomplish that by purchasing a product? Okay. All things that maybe we could reflect upon as consumers of whether it be indie works or mainstream works. But I really want to focus on indie scene here, because there are people who are kind of playing that same kind of card out here. It's a little bit cringe, I have to say, because I'm somebody who is capable of separating the art from the artist, and I'm going to look at your work. Fuck what you say. Fuck what comes out of your mouth. I don't give a shit about that. I don't even care if you're a bad person. I honestly don't. He's problematic. That doesn't bother me. Be as problematic as he wants. Name my personal life. I don't know you. I don't know you people personally. I'm here for the app. I'm here for the entertainment. Wow me. Wow me with your works. Wow me with your artwork. Give me something to talk about.